Hey guys, I'm after getting all the way up to grade 2 on the new syllabus with Trinity Drum Kit 2020 to 2023, and this is a Group A piece called Cherry Blue by Mike Osborne, and it's great. It's a funk rock piece at about 120 BPM, and like Mike knocked it out of the park. It's a fun piece to play, and it's challenging as well. It moves around the kit quite a bit, so if you're not comfortable with moving, this is be a very good piece to get a bit of hours under your belt with, because it'll get you a little bit more comfortable with moving. And if you're like me and you love the moving around and getting around the toms, it's a fun piece to play. So it starts out with a rest on 1 and a quaver on the and. So it's 1 and 2 and then you got 3 E and up on the rack tom, 3 E and, then second rack 4 and floor tom and. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4 and this next bar is what I was talking about when I said moving around. It goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So previously I called like moving around the kit as a horseshoe fill, because it was in kind of a shape. But this is kind of a horseshoe and a reverse horseshoe. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then a bass and crash. That bass and crash is tied into the 1 of the next bar. So the first thing we're going to hit is the and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That snare on the and of 4, watch out for it, because it can catch you out. A lot of people will be used to hitting the snare on the 4, so make sure that you're noting whether you're getting that right or not. And if you're getting it wrong, just note that you're getting it wrong, because the mistake will go away eventually. So here's the top line. 1. Okay, that ties into the 4 of the next bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now we're on to 7, B section. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Okay. Now what we have is 4 bars that are marked with a kind of a play similar for 4. So basically what they want you to do is they want you to play 7, 8, 9 and 10, again similar. So you can have small variations on it. It's not a strict repeat identical, but playing it almost identical is really what they want. They don't want it to vary wildly. So 7, 8, 9, 10 again on 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that varied a little bit, but not so much that it would stand out to you. We're on to section C, which is bar 15. It starts with a bass, a snare and a crash, 1 and then another bass and. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so it's that kind of stabbing on the numbers with the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bass drum goes on the and on the on and on the off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's go. That was 15 and 16, and 17 and 18. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And the 1 is tied in, so we don't play it. 2, 3 and 4. And the whole point of the tie-in is that it rings out over the 1, so it goes from 16. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Okay, make sure you're alternating your flams there as well. You don't want to have a right-handed flam lead every time or a left-handed flam lead every time. So you want to be a balanced drummer. You want to make sure that both hands are able to lead a flam there. We're on to 19. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and then our fill. 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and. Make sure that that's a snare with the crash and not a bass with the crash, because you know, pre-programming is that a crash usually has a bass underneath. This is a snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going from 19. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're on to section D, which is kind of a hark back to the first section. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, That should be easier than your section C, but it all depends. Different drummers have different difficulties with different styles, so that might be easier, it might be harder. On to 27, same style. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, I hope that all makes sense. That last section, that's D section 23 down at the end. It's very similar to the start, so it's kind of like it wraps it all up together in a nice bundle. It's a fun piece to play. Spend time on it though. Practice it slow. That out loud counting I was doing there, it's very important that you get into the habit of doing that when you're practicing something, because it's the only thing that's going to hold it all together and make it make sense. And if you have to go particularly slow, the counting is the only thing that makes it relative to what it's actually going to sound like. Because when it's really slow and it's really out of time, it doesn't really sound like what it's going to end up being like. So the counting is kind of the markers in the piece that you can straighten out and make the whole thing make sense. I hope all that makes sense. If you're enjoying the videos, thank you very much for watching. If you have any pieces that you'd like me to cover in particular, let me know and I'll do that. I'm going to go and record a performance of it now, so look for that video. This video should be part of a playlist for the Trinity stuff, so there should be a playlist there if you want to listen to all of them so far. I've done everything from initial up to here so far, so I'm hoping to get up as far as I can before I run out of time, effort or energy. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!